I guess I should have done this video quite a while ago. It's kind of basically you can watch this over and over again. I just watched a video by Stella Concepts, and he was giving his analysis of the silver charts, and it's kind of in line of what I'm talking about. It doesn't really matter what rules you pick to trade, as long as you stick with them. Find something that works. Find something that puts the odds in your favor. Kind of like being the house. The house doesn't win every hand at blackjack, but sooner or later it's going to get all the money back. You wanna put the odds in your favor. So the trades you win, the trades you're right about, you win big, and the trades you're wrong about, you're out soon before you lose too much money. That's the whole thing. You're not going to be right on every trade. But this system I use seems to work real well. I'm gonna try and figure out how to put slides up on this thing by tonight or by this weekend. I'm going to show you, let's see if I can get in here. Okay. See if I can do this a little better than I have. Let's start out, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put the weekly chart up. Let's go with 6 months. Okay, sorry about, just bear with me for a second. Okay, this is pretty easy. This is a weekly chart on silver. And the way I do it is, can you see the cursor here? Okay, this is a weekly chart. Let's come back over to here. Our first sell signal to go short was here. Now, on this right here, actually that's not, you use the weekly to determine the trend and the daily to determine your entries and exits. So right down here, not quite a buy, not quite a buy, not quite a buy, but you see here, this high of the week is higher than the previous highs, the highest high of the previous 3 weeks. That tells you that the trend is up, and you wouldn't ever want to go short when the trend is up. And you can see what's happened to the price right on that buy signal. If you would have bought in right here at the $11 mark, which is what I did, it came up and the trend. Now see this, if this had been below this line here, if this low had been below this low, it would have been a signal to get out. Actually, it would have been a reversal of trend. It wouldn't be an entry. So this determined the reversal because the highest high was higher than the previous 3 highest highs. So that tells you the trend. Now I'm going to go to 3 months and the daily. Okay, let's see if okay, now right down here, it's about where I got, you're looking at the daily, is where I got the buy signal on the weekly, right here. So this is a definite buy signal because the highest high of this day is higher than the highest high of the previous 3 days. And you can see what happened to the price. It never gave me a sell signal, a signal to get out. You could have gotten out here, but if it had ended up here, I probably wouldn't have done it. But see, the low is lower. This is usually a sign to sell and get out of it. But if it ended up here strongly on strong volume, I would stay in. And it came up and it went up and it rode this line for a while. Now see what happened here. This is when I got out. I put my stop at 1375 because if this had happened on this day, it was right below here, right about 1375. That's where I set my stop loss because the lowest low here is lower than the lowest low of the previous 3 days, and you want to be out right at the low of any of the 3 days. And you can see what's happened. It's pulled back. So now what I'm waiting for, here's a Bollinger Band coming up here. I expected it maybe to test 1150. It doesn't look like it will. It still might, but here's the Bollinger Band. Here's the 50-day moving average. This is the 20 and the 5. It's come below this. I expect it to find support when these two lines converge right around 12, maybe 1250. But I'll know because on any one given day, as soon as the highest high of that day is higher than the highest high of the previous 3 days, somewhere up here we'll have a new buy signal, and then you'll go long and it'll take off from there. So that's basically all I do. You'll probably have to watch this a couple times if you're that was kind of a quick breakdown, but it's easy. Use the weekly. Anytime you use it, you can do this with any commodity. Use the weekly to determine the trend, and you use the daily to determine the entries and exits. Okay, so obviously when I sold at 1375, I would not have gone short there. I wish I had now, but you wouldn't go short because the weekly says the trend is still up. Now on the weekly, it shows me that if silver touches the $12 mark, that would be a sign to go short if it falls below 12. And you can see that by the time it would fall below 12, it would be below the Bollinger Band, and you would definitely sell short, or buy the ZSL, which is double short. But it hasn't touched 12, obviously, so I'll expect support here next week, and maybe a buy signal, but definitely a buy signal the week after that. There definitely will be a buy signal. It's going to be good. It's going to be nice. Looks like gold and oil are ready to break out too. So that's pretty much it. I guess that's all I wanted to say. You can ask me questions or just watch the video over again, and you can kind of back test this on commodities and see, if you had done this and how you would have made money, how you would have lost money. It's a good system. It keeps you out when you should be out, and it keeps you in when you should be in. It works really well. So far, one trade closed on YouTube, and I made $275. Now I'm out waiting for a buy signal or go short at 12. And pretty much it takes all the guesswork. It takes all the emotion out. You watch the BSers on CNBC, and they hate gold. You ever notice how they just hate gold? Gold went from $200 to $1,000, and they still hate it. It's unbelievable. Gold has killed the Dow since 2000, and they still talk about, is the gold trade over? They just hate gold, and that's how I know it's going higher. When everybody's bullish is when you want to sell, but there's still so much pessimism and doubt. That's why we're in the right place at the right time. So I hope this video helped you out. As far as the analysis of right now, like I said, I'm either waiting for it to touch below 12 for a short, or give me a daily high that's higher than the previous 3 daily highs. That will be a buy signal. That's what I'm waiting for. It's a lot more simple. It's a lot easier than some of the systems I read about out there. It just seems to be a lot simpler and cut and dried. That's what I use. So that's about it. Time to get back to painting. All right, I'll talk to you later.